You see, we used to have Jumia Food, now we have Global. But like, Global, one, one the meat reaches when it is full. Two, it's like those drivers stop and eat for some of our food. You see, if I've ordered for a bucket and we are 5 people, I've counted those pieces in my head. If they come where there are 4, in my head I had 8. You see, you're frustrating me. Now I have to go out and get them space to buy those ones. But there's a reason why I ordered KFC. So understand, capture those things. Use evidence. Avoid jumping to solutions. Are we together? So I think we've done 1 hour now. Let's first stand up. Get away from your chairs. Behind. Okay, so we've said a lot of things. What has stood out for you in everything that we have said for the past 1 hour?
Understanding the problem.
Understanding the problem. Yeah. Do you think for the people?
Use evidence.
Use evidence, yes.
Fall in love with the problem.
Yes, Richard.
Be specific.
Be specific. Noah.
Understand your problem.
No, I don't know. What exactly has stood out for you from everything we've been saying?
What I'm going to fall in love with your problem.
Okay, who hasn't said the word in this room? This step.
And don't forget one thing. They say that discover the hidden patterns. That's something that stood out for me.
Identifying a persona.
Identifying a persona. Yes, David. Think about it. Yes, Steve. What has stood out for you?
Knowing who you're saying.
Emma. Understanding the problem. Okay, so now we are going to do a simple activity, right? So we are going to spell the word UICT with our body. Who wants to lead us? Self-judgment. Yes. Thank you. I think you yay.
So yours it is the youth for Uganda, right? So let's start with the youth. With our body.
Hey.
Everyone touch your waist. You're going to start with the capital letter U. This is how we do it.
What are the leader people?
Not first go around direction, just starting with from here. Yeah, left. Then the G.
No. Let's have the acronyms. Let's have the acronym.
So UI.
Let's have the acronym.
Okay, so it's the whole one. Okay, we can repeat the
You. Is this cursive writing?
Manuscript. Okay. Then the I. Start from up. Then the C. Then the T.
Okay, let's clap for one. Okay. So now, again, fall in love with our problem. This is me marinating you because your hearts are going to be broken with your very amazing, deeply loved prototypes. Okay. So now, we have sticky notes, we have pens, so please pass these cards around, make sure everyone has. Okay, we also have markers. Every team just have one marker. Eh? So we are going to populate depending on our teams. Eh? So maybe for you would be saying one of the products in the
Okay.
Does everyone have a pen, sticky notes, a marker, and a green card? Does every team have? You don't have a sticky note. Who had my sticky notes? So let's spread them. Eh? I gave out one pack that is green, right? Did I? Did I give any sticky notes? Hey, no, like you speak speed. Eh? So while the distribution goes on, what we are going to attempt to do is we are going to attempt to understand Shirabo. We are going to attempt to understand their world deeply, right? Because once we do, it is very easy to innovate on their behalf. Are we together? So there is a lens I love calling the job, the pains, and the gains. Okay? So for all our different solutions that we are working on, all the prototypes that we developed, right? Now we are starting to build out our assumptions. Are we together? The things, don't think about the most perfect thing, right? Look at where you are right now. Then, when you are designing safe gym, what was the persona? You said anyone. What were they trying to get done? They were trying to fight non-communicable diseases, right? What were the functional tasks? When we say emotional tasks and functional tasks, do we understand? So functional are, I want to order food, right? So I can easily go to Global. But I want that, the emotional bit is I want that food to get to my house when it's hot, because either I don't want to stand up, receive my order, then unpack, then put in the microwave. Or I don't even have a microwave. So the hot may not really be a function, but it's emotional. Because that ingano doesn't taste nice when it is cold. Are we together? So, we have click to assist. All of them are not here. They were here. Okay. So we have click to assist, we have the temperature, then we have safe gym, we have smart flow. Babu, I see here. Okay. Then we have the facial detection, then we have AgriFly, right? I want us to think about AgriFly, you say horticulture farmers. When you are designing the prototype that you have, what do they need to do? Can you tell us what exactly they need to do right now?
They have to approach us.
Mm-hmm.
They tell us our farm is facing this and we don't know what's happening. Then as our team AgriFly, we just go there with our operators. Our major part is we have like a system-based app.
First stop right there. Even when you say it's like, I was even your solution. Over there for your neighbors. It is a system. It is okay, we will get to breaking it down. Is it a web app? Is it an app? Do they call a phone number? Do they WhatsApp? Are we together? So now, the first thing, you said they come to us.
Yes.
So, why do they come to you? You see, again, it is about you. What is it that they need to get done? From your explanation, their farm, their flowers are wilting. Their flowers, instead of the roses being pink, they are purple. You get? They want to understand why. Is it the seed? Is it? So, remember, people, again, it's not about us. It's about them. So, number one, why do they come to you in the first place? What is usually the most common problem at their farms?
To know what is happening in the farm.
When you say what is happening, are the workers eating food? Are they sleeping? Are there worms in the ground?
is majorly about detecting pests or any other related diseases in the farm. So once the farmer has issues with their flowers,
How do I even know that I have issues?
of course you look at your plants. You just
So now you
look
see
at
that
their-
you've said, of course, assumption. Are we together? You're assuming that when I start growing flowers, I know what pests look like. Guys, are we all picking up? Assumptions, remember we said evidence-based. And you see when you were still explaining, it was about agrifly. I asked about the person facing the problem. You know why I'm asking us these questions? Because normally that's what we do. Normally, it's natural. You get it? That's what we do. But now, we are here for a mindset change. To move from, you see, I have this school pen. Let me give you a very best example. Who has seen a different design of big?
They are the most
Where are people
arrogant.
laughing?
They are the most arrogant company. They have never advertised since.
Have they gone out of business?
No,
So why do you say they are arrogant?
they don't advertise.
No. Big understood that you need a grip. Because those of you who use, I write a lot. If you've used Nice Clear, do they have the grip that Big has? How many times does a big pen pour ink in your pocket for the men? So you see, they're not arrogant. They understood
In advert,
the
those guys
problem.
are arrogant.
No.
They can never
Now
advertise.
that's the beauty of solving the right problem. Have you seen any salt adverts?
That's the same company, big. They don't work. They are just there.
Unless you're sick, can you cook food without salt? No.
That's how big is. And that's
Now
the arrogancy.
Big, understood. Who can show me a different design of a safety pin?
I've not seen one.
Mama, are you dying? But you see, they understood the problem. That same safety pin used to hold kids' nappies. That safety pin, if our blouses are cheeks, it's a brooch. That safety pin, so that's the beauty of understanding the problem. Are we starting to get this? They understood the persona. What is this persona trying to get done? They are trying to hold different types of materials in place without moving. So whether it's children's nappies, whether it's your top, whether it's your trouser and the button has fallen off, the purpose is holding things together. Paper clip. Guys, are we together? What is the function? What is the actual problem? They understood that what the persona is trying to get done is to hold papers together, but it doesn't have to be permanent. The emotional is in case I figure out that I stapled them wrongly, I don't have to or break my nails trying to remove the staples, I just move it. I reorganize my papers and I put it back. So the emotional is in case I've made a mistake. The functional is holding papers, holding multiple sheets of papers together. The emotional is in case I've done a problem. Because now if it's a report you're submitting, you can't have it stapled 10 times. Will you accept that report? But with a paper clip, you can print out your presentation, reorganize it, write in it, then go ahead and print it and submit the final. So the emotional. Are we together? So now, I want us, it's an exercise, it's not the final, right? I want you to write down the emotional. For the person you're designing for, Chiramo, for the farmer who's growing flowers, Bakuma, tell us a bit about SmartFlow.
SmartFlow is a smart irrigation system.
Who are you designing for?
Farmers.
Which farmers?
both local farmers and these farmers in the urban and urban.
Peri-urban and urban, with 100 acres, with half an acre, with an inch of an acre.
Even if you have a half an acre and 800 acres,
Are you sure? So when you sell all of them, can you also provide to Kakira and this sugarcane plantation? Can your solution work?
yes.
Eliadala, not hypothetically. No, it can't. Because you see, why it can't, because the little I know about irrigation, there is pressure over force and area, is that right? So usually, the system you design for Bonita and her small tomato garden in her compound, the pressure, force and area, those dynamics are different. For someone who's running matoke and I think matoke is one of the plants that needs a lot of water, right? Matoke and mwani on half an acre. And when you look at what Kakira have, they have even overhead. For them, they are not below the what? The ground. People, are we together? So, let's continue. But have you gotten now that clarity? You have to pick a persona. If you went out tomorrow and I told you if you don't have a sale, don't come back, who would you sell to? And they buy. Of those 3 people you've told me. If let's say, at home where they tell you, you see these kids that sell menvu on the road, they are told that if you don't finish that basket, you don't come home. So imagine we have a challenge here and all of you can't come back into this room unless you've made a sale. Who would you sell to? To Mukwan. Why Mukwan?
They grow tea on a large scale.
Can your solution solve that problem? Now let me figure out how to fix this. Do you have a prototype? Do you have a working prototype? Would your prototype work for Mukwanu's tea?
Right now,
Who would it work for?
for small scale farmers,
Define small scale. Define small scale.
like those farmers who are like small acres of land,
Define small acres of land.
like half an acre.
Like half an acre, 1 to 1 acre. Are we getting this? So, right now, if I sent you out and told you you have to come back with a cell, with your prototype, you would go to someone who has half an acre. Now, those are the people you're going to go and talk to and gather insights. Are we together? Yes. Volume, because we want all of us to learn.
I'm resolving multiple issues of
Can we listen, people? Shirabo? Yes.
I'm resolving multiple problems. You say that into that.
Tell us the multiple problems you're resolving.
Big choices. First of all, you get to the job, like the unemployment
For who?
for the housing and animal.
Which hand? You know handymen, they are plumbers, they are carpenters. No, you can't solve all of them. The problem for plumbers, you see, when plumbers, if you talk to plumbers and electricians, and what are the other handymen? Welders. No, welders rarely come into our homes. It's usually plumbers and electricians, is that right? Their problems are different. Plumbers would want to know where to get high quality material. Usually, actually, you find that the shop that sells electricity things doesn't usually sell plumbing materials.
More about getting them that give something.
So you're solving gig economy, a gig economy. You're solving access to gigs. What is the problem you're solving?
You are home, you need a plumber, your application you can get.
Who said I don't have a number in my phone for a plumber?
You sure it's a person to do the actual.
That's why I have their contact. If I didn't trust them, I wouldn't have their contact.
Look at a man like me who has just begun this entire thing. own the home.
This home we are talking about, is it your personal home? Is it a rented home? Is it your parents' home?
We can go with the rented, that's what most have.
Huh?
Yeah. So I have no idea if my electricity goes off, what happens?
Is this only you, or you know a lot of people who are like that?
Because a lot of guys.
Do you have evidence? Do you have figures to back that up? So now here's the thing. Guys, are we together? Are we learning from all these exchanges, right? So the thing is, you think this is a problem. Now I'll give you some. I tell this to people. You see my border guy? My border guy can find me anywhere. My border guy can find me anywhere. Or like even during COVID, if I told him I needed a salon, he would know one that is open that you access from the back. So why would I use your solution? Exactly. Like that's why I told you he can get me anyone. Because I'm confident that the people he gets me, I can trust them.
Good, we are standing in as your border guy.
But I already have my border guy. Guys, are we together? And if you speak to a number of people, they have these people. Sometimes you call that guy you know and ask him, do you know someone who does this? So you get. So the problem here, one of your problems is building trust. You get. One of your problems, because I think the problem with those guys also is not that they don't have these gigs. Some of them have the gigs, but they supply substandard products, and then they are not called back. Is that right? They go do a gig, those electricians will leave a cathene so that every time it goes off, then they come back and fix it. Then one time you can't find him, you call another guy, he fixes it, and it never returns. Are you going to call the other guy you had to call every month? As opposed to this one who fixed it once, next time you want a bug fix. So you need to go and understand the problem. For a man of your age who has just started to own a home, what is the actual problem? Also now you're speaking about two people here. Guys, are we together? Because the problem you're solving has a supply and demand side. You see Safe Border? You see Global? They have a supply and demand. So, who are you solving for? The supply or the demand? Because their problems are different. That's why you see Safe Border has Safe Border rider and Safe Border driver. That's why you see Safe Car has Safe Car rider app and the Safe Car driver app. I think right now I want us to speak more about the problem. I want us to get to the core. You see the app, designing an app, that's the simplest bit of the work that you do. But you see, Safe Border stood and understood that we are coming into this market and these people, one, they are not trusted. So how can we build a team of border riders that people can trust to ride even at 3 a.m. in the morning? They trained them. They gave them a uniform to solve that problem of trust. Of there is their name and their number. And you know you can call Safe Border and they track them down. Right? Problem number one for the users. So you see the users had a different problem and the drivers had a different problem. So for the users it was having the whole negotiation of you tell the guy 3K, then he says, you told me add 1,000. So they set, preset prices on the what? On the application. You get. When you go to the rider app, it is the whole knowing. Number one, they only see 3 things, I think. They say how much money, they don't even see the number of trips. On their dashboard, they say how much money they have made, how much money the company is demanding them, and the amount. Those are the 3 things they see. So I'm assuming from that, the problem of the riders were, someone is going to call me and I don't know where they are. So the app was designed that if you allow it to pick the location for you, the rider can drive to that location. So that means that their maps API had to be on point. Then they needed to know how much money they were making, because one of the problems of border riders, they were making money but they were not seeing it. If you speak to borders that have spent a bit of time in Safe Border, they'll tell you, me, I got into Safe Border, I bought chairs in my house because at first they were paying them in bulk. So you see the whole problem, the whole thing. So because people do this daily money, as long as they leave Kameza, they never know where their other money goes. Safe Border keeps this money for a week, then dispatches every Tuesday. What was it, Tuesday or Thursday? Are we together? So, first and foremost, who do you want to design for first? Are you designing for you, or are you designing for them guys? What is the problem? Because now for you, you're going to have two problem statements. You're going to have handymen face a problem of accessing repetitive gigs. Then you ask why. Then young adults or people who have just started living alone have trouble accessing. Because the other thing is going to be, you find some landlords who will tell you, for us only our plumber works with our systems. If you have an electric problem, he's the guy you call. You have a plumbing problem, he's the guy you call. So you need to go down and understand who exactly are you designing for. Also, right now where we are at, usually supply and demand is challenging, you get. Because you could have the demand, but if your supply is there, then it will be a wababa fere. So do you know now we are moving, why we are now moving to Faras and slowly getting involved Safe Border? Because you can look for a Safe Border for 10 minutes and you don't find one. And in less than 2 minutes you have a Faras. And if a Faras cancels on you twice, Faras will call you and ask you where you are and send you a order. Emotional?
Yeah.
You remember emotional? The fact that I know that Faras will not leave me stranded. Guys, remember emotional? So, these are the things I want you to think about a little bit more deeply, right? Is like, what is it? So maybe now, you see Safe Border, they had these border guys, but they had those whose training had refused. Now some of them are still mean, they don't return people's vitano, so they added premium and save. You're willing to pay an extra 115, and then you can have your premium. The beauty with premium people is, a guy will tell you if you're on premium, even if I'm coming from Chichita, I will come and pick you because you're premium. Saver in most cases, there are the people who will abuse you. Just premium in most cases they won't. So you see the dynamics of the saver, of the demand and supply. So if you are to create a minimum viable product, who would you design for? Demand. Why demand?
Actually, my entire setup still minimum viable product are not great for demand and supply.
What is the problem with saver?
Connecting the two.
My border guy connects the plumber Guys, are we together? We need to think, because I promise you, and why I'm asking you these questions, I promise you, I've been able to judge, I think, across the 4 East African countries, and at any of those top, you know, the final contenders, there is a big plan for handymen. I know like 3 in Tanzania that are working really well. I know 2 in Kenya. And ask yourself why is one, do we have one that is successful in Uganda? Why? Is that what you think? Do you know how many I've seen on panels? Assumptions. Assumptions. Assumptions.
Validate your assumption.
You see your assumptions. Maybe they are not interested. Maybe they have not made enough research. Assumptions. Go out. Do you know that number 1, the hardest people to deal with are those handymen? Zija, boss, zija, boss, do one zija. And they show up at 8 p.m.
True story.
Now you see, these are the things you need to look at. Because then possibly it means you're going to have to train your own team of plumbers. But now, right now where we are at, do you have the capacity to train at least 100? Then you have to make sure they do the work right. Because that's what Safe Border did. Because now, the hardest thing about integrating technology where you're trying to build is mindset change. When Safe Border was starting, it didn't start with the app. It started with mindset change. It taught borders how to fast and farm. No one, the president had said, our borders should stop on Vitara. Borders should have 2 helmets. What? I think every quarter, police would declare, is that right? They get call them there. But Safe Border got borders, number 1, carry their helmets. To be clean, to have those new things, right? To show up. Wanji madam, mukusange wanyam, goliwa. You get. So mindset change. And you're going to find somewhere, as towards the end, you're going to find where I'm telling you what has worked, what is existing, what are the gaps, what are the challenges. Because you see, we are here making assumptions, they are not interested, maybe they are not making enough research. They have made their research. Some of them have even attempted. And then this guy just goes into the guy's house, and next time the maid disappears. When researching, guy went, first time said hello to the maid, second time, then started coming even when there's nothing to fix. Next thing, had convinced the maid. So if you go to that client and tell them we have an app, guys, are we together? So these are all the things. Understanding the problem is not just knowing it. It's understanding everything from the emotional. Yes, the guy was doing a good job. Those of us who have had maids, we know how hard it is for you to get a good maid. So if you get your good maid and this guy comes to fix a leaking pipe and goes with your maid, you learn how to do those things by yourself. Emotional. Okay? Then the pains, what frustrates them or blocks them from achieving this? Are we together? I want hot food from Glovo, but first and foremost, Glovo is going to take 45 minutes at least to deliver my food. It's going to reach when it is half eaten. It is going to reach when it is cold. So I will call my border guy, tell him go to Kumbuzi, tell this guy get me nice what? Chicken, okay? Then the desired outcomes and benefits they may see. What Jumia used to give us is you would know that max 30 minutes in most cases, right? Unless you are asking for complicated, your meal will be there. It will be. You see what Cafe Javas is doing? So you know we keep on complaining about their riders. That's like they are delivering heaven, people to heaven. That's the speed at which they ride. But you see, one, if Cafe Javas says your meal will be there in 15, trust me, it will be 15. It will be hot. The juice won't have spilled. You get. So in this case, the reason I would order with Cafe Java's delivery would be because my food, my juice, my teas will arrive when they are not spilled. And the packaging, even if I had guests, I wouldn't have to first go and hide in the kitchen, proper plate it, then bring. You know those things they bring when the cream has all sipped out, you know? So these are some of the things. Now, I want us to think about the problem in capital letters. The problem. Think about the people you're solving this problem for. It doesn't have to be perfect. We are going to use the next. So we are going to use the next 7 minutes, right? To come up with a job, pains, and gains. What is our person trying to get to do? They are trying to avoid neglected communicable diseases or lifestyle diseases. They are trying to get a big plug. They are trying to keep dust away from their coffee. What do they do? What is their problem? Real-time monitoring of the warehouse.
Then predictive maintenance is just an added thing.
Okay, so it is real-time monitoring.
Yeah.
So what is that person trying to get to do? to know what is happening in their warehouse, right? Emotional, so that they know that their coffee has no dust.
And with temperatures and humidity levels.
Humidity levels,
Yeah.
So what is their pain? What frustrates them?
Mold buildup
Mm-hmm.
and also substandard body, value of their coffee bean.
Define substandard.
If it loses taste and
So let's
mold
speak-
buildup and everything.
Let's speak test,
Yeah.
not substandard. Are we together? Test, maybe test altering of the final bean. What is their desired outcome?
To be able to be in charge of the outcome of the coffee, even in storage, to avoid this.
Now you see, what is their outcome? The rain is raining. To be able to be in charge of the outcome. What is the outcome? Quality, Is it quality? Is it consistency? Is it taste? No, remember we are speaking. So now, guys, you see, here we are still speaking about here, yet we are here. So the desired outcome is quality, taste, consistent taste, quality that can be accepted at US standards, at Europe standards. When you say global, where? You know also Congo is global. Guys, are we together, eh? So in the next 7 minutes, starting now, let's do that. In teams, eh? Yes. Oh, you are, sorry. People, we are focusing on the problem. So persona, if you have 10 personas, pick one. The one that if I sent you out of this room that you could easily sell to. So I hope you're not going Baguma. I hope you're not thinking Mukwana.
Making money. That's how people make money these days. The side income. Right now, this is side income. I'm attending another event. Money is flowing. But I'm not talking to people. I only record it when it's not relevant. Because now you see I have 7 viewers. It's an information. it's like they have attended part of this event, even when they are not. But now I can talk. Yeah, so, 1,000 views, how much you pay in terms of the CPM. So if I can make 1,000 USD of streams, then how much is it?
That's why we are going. No, okay.
Yeah, it's a
Until now,
passive.
so what we are doing here, we are working with what we are doing.
And I want to make money. Me,
So now,
I want to be,
what were they trying to do?
my net worth should be this.
Because you see, these things, where I said continuous, because these things will change every day. So you can't think about it.
Next year, I'm moving from this to, okay, I'm moving from around 8 now.
Exactly. So now you see, that's why we are going out.
Net worth.
But now you write that person when you are developing person just one.
It's
So
what
when
they
you say
do,
their house,
but
how you
still with all the knowledge.
where? Because you
I
see
do
the
real
way
estate.
warehouses here in
Not only like this one, I will never count my job.
Okay. So I want you to figure out who I am. So also, if I'm married, would I care about how many
These are
would
like
it,
1, 2,
if am I
3
saying
arsenal.
to general or am I saying
Then the third one,
the
live streams.
You get, you think about your investment.
So for farming, I'm looking at 100 million
Kanga,
by
our
next year.
people, now your cards are empty. You have a week. It doesn't
Ask
have
me,
to
how
be
will I
perfect.
make
Also, in
100
my class,
million?
there are no wrong answers.
No.
If we knew these things, we
This is
wouldn't
what
be
I
here.
One rabbit,
No, people, now let's look at it like this.
50,000.
Right. It doesn't have to be right. We are going to
But
share, then we are going to give feedback. Is
Right
it
now I
okay?
have 20 rabbits.
This is not the
Three
final.
are
Remember the word
So
continuous?
20, this is
I meant
minimum.
it.
This is a 4 months rabbit. Okay? It's 50. A 5 month is 80. A 6 month is 100K. Okay? Now, this is one rabbit is 50. I have 20 rabbits times this. How much? This is one M. So right now, I have 1 million. If I'm to sell this rabbit at any one moment, okay? But I'm going to push my rabbit from now from 20 to 100. Okay? So if I have 20, 20 to 100 rabbits, that means 100 rabbits times 50,000. How much money do I have?
That is
5 M. 5 M. Okay? Now, I have my land 50 by 100. I want to have 1,000 kgs. So 1,000 is equivalent to, if each rabbit
yeah, we are
you are doing maths, you are doing something. So now, so if I have like still that the cost of 50, how much money is that? In a year, I'm looking at 1 year production. And you know, if I have 100 rabbits, they can produce very fast with 1,000.
let me say that at 6 months, how much does it weigh?
Mine now, a rabbit can go up to 8 kilograms. Now, you see,
5 more
a rabbit
minutes. I've
doesn't
added
sell
5 more
like that.
minutes.
Rabbit,
People,
you
it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, this is not a test.
to go to the market with a
It's
small
not
thing,
contributing to your
put rabbit for
CGPA.
sale.
Don't take it
So
too
rich
serious.
people need to pass there. Some buyers buy it, someone sells it. Yeah? So those ones, you can even sell a pair at 160. Of course, they will bargain and you sell it at 150.
Anyone needs my help, please don't
But if
hesitate to
it
reach out.
is pregnant, you sell it at 200K. If if a rabbit is pregnant, that means a pair, the male and the female, say there are two. So what I did, I went to a farm. The guy, someone flew in from Sudan and bought 300 rabbits at 50,000. How much money did he spend? He bought
3
up
minutes to
300
go. I hope
rabbits.
we've started writing on those cards.
Huh? It's 300 rabbits times 50,000.
15. You're getting 10,000.
300, I'll put 300. Okay? 300 rabbits. Okay?
15.
That is 15. When do you normally touch this 15?
Not once.
At once. Now this one got his hard. Now this one can pick 300. Me, I went, I picked 20 rabbits. Eh? Another one can pick 5. So in the, these are, you're selling almost daily. This person is far much better than you, who is on your 2 million or plus another source would maybe give you 2. So you're on 4 when this person does that. Yeah? So it's our mindset. What we can do to succeed, we can use this money to help us as capital to set up rabbit cages. But now for us, most of this money that we charge is within urban. An urban area by setting, you can say 40 kilometers in city center. Now me, I'm 15 kilometers from the city center, plus a bonus of 2 kilometers. Now, 5K on a highway takes me to 15 to 16 kilometers on my 1.6 cc. But now, let's be fair, I put 10K. This one should be able to give me what? Let's say I have 10, it should be able to give me 20 kilometers. So to move 40 kilometers, I need only what? I need only 20K. Transport. To deliver to someone or to go and talk about business. So it's all about mindset. So if you don't see me lecturing, when I keep telling you that man, I'm tired, and you're there like, you're still young, the man is what? Calculated. Because business people have money. For us, we buy cars or something. Business people are like, I also want to drive an SUV. I need to drive this one. But in like a smaller car. That's what I do. So now me, I have my land here. That's what I'm doing. And I even sell land. I have
1
3
minute.
plots of land with title. You can get someone. But I don't know where you get those rich people who would afford to give me 45 or 50 million. Yeah? The title. Private. My land. Now my problem is me, I market English. I want to get a partner who can speak Uganda. Now I can't hire her, it's expensive. So now the thing is going to force me to get a girlfriend with benefits. Because me, I know what I want. For her, she's between me.
something on our card?
How are you? You're also part of this project. Mhm. Yeah. Just enjoy. No, you can't sit. Please welcome to our channel.
Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Clap once if you hear me. Clap once if you hear me. Okay. So, it's okay, guys. No one is going to give you a reject. So, in 1 minute, can everyone read for us what they have? Smart flow.
Please come in front. I'm front would like to.
How are you, everyone? The customer. No, we have to sense of this.
And can we listen, please?
So the customer under the tasks, under the functional tasks. The first one is finding a vetted professional. Second one, being able to book for a service easily. When I said service, being able to book the plumber easily. Then, pay security. Then of course, manage the process. Now, when I go to the emotional tasks, they feel efficient. And also help them to feel secure, confident, since this person comes in exactly where they wanted to come. Of course, it's also safe time. They feel in control and empowered. Then the why, the service provider, the person who is doing the service, they find the customer. Secondly, they market their services because from our platform. They get paid reliably. They get to build a reputation on our platform too. When I go to the why, emotional tasks, they feel professional. They feel economically empowered since they have so many people, so many customers who are approaching them at a time. They respect and value, because they are respected, and they are valued. They feel respected and valued. Yeah, they feel organized and in control.
Okay, so my feedback on that is, George, this was still about your solution. No, we are focusing on the people who are facing the problem. What is the actual problem? Me as a plumber, what are my problems when it comes to finding things? Me as a user, as a smart, like, I would want to hear when you're presenting. Remember when we talked about the persona, right? We said one, real person, what are their goals, what are their frustrations, what is the environment, right?
Yes.
So, one, who is this person? Maybe a male who's living alone, employed, and is staying in an apartment, has a problem finding someone to fix their bathroom leak, or their toilet can't flush and stuff like that. Remember, I've mentioned at home, I've mentioned their frustration. Qualified plumbers or UICT possibly, could even say UICT possibly graduates. How many graduate someone along plumbing, or it's just electricity? Okay, let's say MTAG graduates this many plumbers and they struggle to find, homes to service and stuff like that. So the ones who are looking for these gigs, some people will tell you, I don't want to work with people's homes. I only want to work on a new building and it needs plumbing work, right? There are people who want to be called. There are people who only want to work with schools, hospitals. So, again, I will still emphasize this, right? At this stage, we are not talking about our solution at all. Because remember, we are here to validate. We already created a solution, now we want to find out. So, I would like to encourage you to now redo this exercise, but while focusing on the problem. Okay, who's coming next? Bakum next. Good afternoon, Bakum.
My persona from Smart Flow.
Speaking me?
Let's listen to shut up.
My persona is a coffee farmer who is there digging the village. 1 acre of land or half an acre of land. So the job this farmer is trying to get done. For me, he wants to increase what the crop yields. And another thing, we want like increase the quality of the coffee producing. Then what frustrates them or blocks them from achieving this? For example, how unpredictable rain. That unpredictable rainfall causes what we call soil nutrient. That means the soil is not nutrients. And here, we will not be able to get the high proteins, and the quality of the water. Then, desired outcome that benefit we may seek. So, it's going to look for efficient, affordable irrigation system. And another one is going to find a way how to increase the yields in town. Even when there is no rainfall.
Okay, a round of applause for Smart Flow. Thank you. You see, for the rest of us feedback, we did not hear about Smart Flow anywhere, right? It was about this farmer, what they have, what they are looking for. There are also minerals, Like it's about the what? The farmer. No one has talked about smart flow. Well done, sir.
Not the solution. Focus on the
Problem. Yes. The coffee guys. Please do us the honors.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, so this is TJNS here, the transmitting system. So basically our persona, number one, we have to look at the cooperative, and we give an example. For instance, Zombo, Coffee, Partners. And basically what it does the storage, does storing of coffee and maintaining it before it's exported to customers. Yeah, that's the Zombo Coffee Partners. So, one we shall tell you straight to the emotional. One, possibly, sorry to say possibly, because that's the way, they are, because we know very well that coffee, based condition, sorry, that's the mistake.
It's okay, you can take a deep breath and